Hello to all cinema fans. This is Film Anatomy. In this video, we want to introduce you to one of the good movies of 2022, which many of you may not have heard of and have not seen before, and also talk about it. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, know that in this channel we publish important movies and series, as well as interesting analyses of the movies of the year, as well as movies of the history of cinema. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss these videos. The movie Kimi by Steven Soderbergh, who is a 60-year-old American director. Soderbergh won the Academy Award for Best Director for Traffic in 2000. He also won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival for Sex, Lies, and Videotape in 1989. In fact, by winning the Palme d'Or, Soderbergh became the youngest film director who has won the Palme d'Or. But Kimi's movie. For several years, Soderbergh has been making small and low-cost films in the crime thriller genre. He is trying to prove that we can make a film that is attractive to the audience with minimal resources. More than half of the movie Kimi takes place in a large hall on the second floor of an industrial complex in Seattle, where Angela, played by Zoe Kravitz, a young woman with blue hair, sometimes looks out the window and sees the neighbors in front, and then goes back to her computer and continues her daily routine. Angela once worked for Facebook, but now his job is to listen to the online orders he receives, and after the guidance of the software, he responds to the customers. What should be done naturally at home, and staying at home, has caused Angela to be afraid of open spaces. The time of the story of the film is the time of the beginning of the spread of the coronavirus. Apart from corona, there is another problem there, which is that Angela has gone through a period full of pain and suffering. And now she has to rest at home, and in fact she has to spend her recovery period. One day, an unexpected thing happens. While Angela is doing her daily chores, she hears a voice. That voice is very strange for her. With the help of software, it removes annoying and extra noises to hear the sound better. Suddenly she realizes that this sound is not an ordinary sound, but the sound of a crime that is happening. With the help of Kimi, Angela discovers the videotape, which tells of a terrible secret. A terrible secret that naturally has to be shared with the company's managers. And the company's managers share the matter with the FBI managers. Who is Kimi? I am not telling you this so that you can watch the movie yourself and enjoy the story of the movie. The story of the film, which is actually the eavesdropping of one person from others, is very familiar to cinephiles. Many years ago, Mr. Francis Ford Coppola, the director of the famous Godfather movies, made a movie called The Conversation in the 70s. This movie, starring Gene Hackman, is a story of a man who lives alone and whose job is to eavesdrop on others. That day, she does an eavesdropping, which comes at a high price and causes her a lot of trouble. In addition to movie Conversation, Soderbergh referenced to several other important films in the history of cinema. Movies like Blow Up, directed by Michelangelo Antonioni. Rear Window, directed by Hitchcock. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, directed by David Fincher. But Zoe Kravitz in the role of Angela, with a performance in complete imperturbability, has a very important role in the charm of the film. A cold and indifferent face, with blue hair, who herself is full of mental turmoil. On the other hand, the location of the film is one of the attractive components of the film. The entrance hall of the company looks like it has come out of a science fiction movie. Even the elevators of the company are designed in such a way that it completely conveys the fear to the audience. But friends, the important point of the movie, regardless of the story, is to know that big companies like Google and Facebook do not work only through algorithms. Rather, they use human agents, who do things behind the scenes, which sometimes cause trouble for everyone. Let me also tell you that the movie may be a bit nerve-wracking. However, Soderbergh's style in making low-budget films that he has made these few years challenges the audience's patience. If someone is interested in Mr. Soderbergh's crime movies, he/she have to spend a little patience so that the movie can fully convey its meaning to him/her. I recommend watching this movie to those who are interested in crime cinema. Maybe the movie is not very luxurious like some of Soderbergh's works, such as Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, or even Outbreak. But the movie is simple, fluent, and complex. I hope you enjoyed watching our video. If you have seen this movie, be sure to comment your opinion and tell us what other crime movie you like. And finally, be sure to introduce our channel to others. See you soon.